Hey everyone, I'm Debbie and welcome to this evening's practice. Today we're going to do a quieting mind for evening vinyasa practice. And as we do this practice today, we're going to work in such a way where we're endeavoring to let go and self-soothe and at the same time move a little bit. Because the truth is that some of us need to move and burn and expend a little bit in order to engage our awareness and let go. So sometimes it's an efficient thing to move the energy throughout the body and to be aware of what's happening in order to allow everything to settle down. Okay, now we're going to start on our back, and we will be doing quite a bit of movement, but the movement is going to be paced at such a way that it's going to be this sort of melodic quieting experience. So you won't hear me talking too much. There will be some pauses, and I want that to happen so you can kind of really feel into these postures. If you have any of these things at your disposal, one belt is a good thing. Blocks are not necessary for this sequence, but a belt we're going to use for this beginning. So good. We're going to start laying on our back, our knees bent. The bottom of the feet is going to go to our mat, and we're going to step the outer edge of the feet as wide as the mat. So we'll step them out wide. We'll drop the inside of the knees together and then take the hands to the bottom of the ribs and actually the front sides of the ribs. Rest and elbows to the floor. And then take a moment where you let your eyes fall closed if that feels safe for you. And then feeling into the experience of your breath, observe how the inhalation slightly lifts and expands the ribs and how the exhalation gently narrows and recoils the ribs. Become aware of the contact points that you have with the floor and take an in-breath. And then as you exhale, hug the right knee into the chest. Good, good. And go ahead and take another in-breath, hugging the right knee in and straightening the left leg out. Very good. Nice job. Just feel into that. And then as you exhale, switch sides, hug the left knee and reach the right leg. Keep it nice and simple. Take an in-breath. Yep. Left knee and right leg a little bit longer. Then as you exhale, switch sides. Left leg straight. Yep. Hug the knees. Yep. Inhale, hugging the right knee and straightening the left leg longer. And then exhale, release one more time. Hug the left knee in, straighten the right leg out. Draw the left thigh and shin bone in as you reach the right heel and spread the toes. Take an in-breath, then exhale, switch straight to the left leg. Bend the right knee into the chest, but this time lift the head in the chest and lasso the arch of that right foot and reach the right leg up, holding onto each side of the belt with one hand. And you're going to draw your upper arm bones into the shoulder joints and then reach through both heels. Spread both sets of toes and become aware of the whole body. So even though the right hamstring is in, the right calves have more sensation than anything else, become aware of the whole body. The mind has this panoramic quality of awareness. Take another inhalation. And then as you exhale, take both sides of the belt into the right hand. Swing the right leg out to the side. Left hand's going to rest on the left leg. Yep. Relax the tongue, relax the jaw. The legs are reaching, the feet are articulating. Take another inhalation. Then exhale and bring the right leg all the way up to center. Take both sides of the belt into the left hand and swing that leg across. Those of you that can allow the right foot to come all the way to the floor and then reach your right arm away from you. Reach out with your right arm. Stretch it away from your midline. Roll the outside of the right hip forward and away from the belly. You sort of ground that right thigh bone. Roll the right hip out. Your chest is turning. Go ahead and take another inhalation here. And then as you exhale, bring that right leg back up to center. Go ahead. Good job. Bring the back of the pelvis to the floor. Keep it level. And then bend the right knee. Catch the outside of the right foot. And then just set the belt to the side so the right leg, is in the happy baby pose. Left leg is straight and strong. And then just for a moment, lift the head and chest. Take the left hand to the right heel and then tuck the right elbow behind the back of that knee. And real gently, let yourself wiggle a bit side to side. So this will be one thing that we carry through as a through line to this practice, is a little bit of rocking movement in the practice today. Take another in breath, rocking a little bit side to side. Good. Good. And then slowly bring the upper back and head to the floor. Right knee bent, foot on the ground. Hug the left knee into the chest. Lasso the arch of that left foot and extend the right leg. Take a few cycles of breath, this feeling into the back of the leg, hamstring, left calves. Bring your awareness into the bottom leg as you lengthen it. And just remember to breathe. Let everything that's brought you to this point, just let it drop. Those things, they're not happening this evening. You're in your shelter, you're on your mat, sensing the feeling of the body. Now take both sides of the belt into your left hand. Open that left leg out to the left, right hand to the right leg. Don't overwork it. I want you to be able to be physical in this practice, and at the same time, you're not going to overwork or deplete or overstimulate the body. Take a couple cycles of breath, reaching through both heels. Now take both sides of the belt into the right hand, and then roll all the way over to your second side. Roll onto the right hip and bring the left foot to the floor. Right. Turn the belly, ribs and chest. Reach the left arm out to the left. In the evening practice, I often like for us to start on our back. It's just a nice way of getting into the body, shifting the brain state from thinking and planning into the experience of feeling. And it doesn't require a big high energy output right away. Keep your breath. Take another in breath, rolling the left thigh bone in towards the front of your mat, and then bring the left leg all the way back up to center. Release the belt. Bend the left knee, take hold of that left foot, holding the outer edge of the foot, and then straighten to the right leg. And from there, lift your head and chest. Take the right hand to the left heel, slide the left elbow behind the left knee, and just real gentle, rock a little bit side to side. We'll get into some side bends, some twists, some outer hips, some forward bound stuff, and even a little gentle back bend. So all this is about, this practice is going out, up from this very, very mindful, patient, unhurried perspective, which hopefully is our perspective all the time. And we're just calling it out and making it so tonight. So take another breath and slowly release both knees, bent feet, bottom of the feet to the mat, cross the arms overhead, rest the forearms on the ground, and then just allow both knees to release to the right. Stay here for a moment. Take a breath into your abdominals and then exhaling, bring the hips back to neutral, knees back to center. Take a couple moments here. Just feeling our body, minding our breath. Now we're going to release the knees down to the left. Let them stay here for a moment. Let the thighs drop, inhaling and then exhaling. And then bring the legs all the way back up to center, hug the knees into the chest, and then rock all the way up to reach the legs straight forward into staff pose, Dandasana. And then from Dandasana, I've done this in a few other sequences from Dandasana, we're going to roll all the way back, and yeah, we'll roll all the way back a couple of times. So nice and steady, roll back, and then roll all the way back up into a seated forward fold, or seated forward seat, your staff pose. And then again, just slowly roll back. Be mindful if it's uncomfortable on the neck. Release the pose, and then all the way back to staff. And then the last two times, roll all the way back, and then all the way forward. And we're doing this early so we don't overstimulate the nervous system. Towards the end of this practice, lean back, or we don't over, lean back. Yep, take the legs over and then all the way back up to staff. And now we'll do a nice little seated forward bend, and then nice and slowly sit up all the way. Cross the right shin in front of the left shin, and then with that right shin in front of the left shin, take a block or some support in front of you, if you have one. Okay. Inhale, stretch the arms up, and then exhale, release, hinge forward, and rest your forehead. Rest it on the block. You can take the block up to its highest angle, and just stay here for a couple cycles of breath. Allow the weight of the head to release into the block. It's really good stuff to do in the evening, or even if you're a little stressed out. And then nice and slowly come all the way up and set the left shin in front of the right. Switch your legs. Inhale, stretch the arms up overhead, and then exhale, release the arms forward, bend as you hinge forward. Rest the forehead on the block. Let the weight of the head completely release onto the block. And for those of you that don't have a block or whose body don't comfortably allow yourself to release the head of the block, let the chin or the back of the neck just lengthen and your eyes closed if it's comfortable for you. A few cycles of breath. And then with an in-breath, slowly set all the way up, lean back, take the right knee on top of the left knee, and then with that right knee on top of the left knee, again, inhale, stretch the arms up, almost like a sun salutation. Then exhale, release the arms and hinge forward again. If it works out for you, you can rest your forehead on the block, but if not, just let the head hang. You'll tend to focus on the hips, but let's bring your awareness to the whole body. So the quality of attention that you're giving yourself is like a panoramic camera. You're feeling and sensing the whole body simultaneously. You feel all the way up in the parts of our whole body. A couple cycles of breath. Now, as you inhale, slowly sit all the way up, lean back on the hands, take the left knee on top of the right knee, some initial hip openers before we do some standing work. Inhale, float the arms all the way overhead, then exhale, release the arms and hinge forward. Again, resting the forehead on the block. And then just another breath, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5 breaths. I guess it's a little non-committal and vague, but take a few breaths. And then with the next inhalation, slowly come all the way up, lean back, untangle the legs, and then one more thing. Take the right ankle on top of the left knee, flex the feet. There's a very similar pattern that I work with quite a bit. Very good. You're going to flex both feet. If it's too much for the ankles, or you just need to do a simple cross leg, right shin in front of the left shin, and then inhale, stretch the arms up overhead, exhale and hinge forward. Now my body is not going to allow me to rest my head. So here I'm just going to lengthen forward through the crown. Yep. Give a little tuck to the chin and let the facial muscles relax. Your eyes can fall closed. Those of you that are able to rest the head on the block, rest the head completely. Take a couple cycles of breath. Smooth and breathe down into the outer hips. Long, steady exhalations. And then as you inhale, slowly sit all the way back up, lean back on the hands, cross the left ankle on top of the right knee, flex both feet, inhale, stretch the arms up overhead, and then exhale and fold forward. Stretch the hands forward. For those of you that can rest the head, rest the head. For those of you whose body doesn't quite allow the lengthen forward through the crown, then just lengthen through the crown, and then allow that back body to gently round, letting go of all of the facial muscles. And slowly come all the way up to sitting, and then fold the bottom of the feet together, root down through the base of your fingers behind you, lengthen through the waist, and then bring the inside of the knees together. Reach the arms, lift your chest. And then as you exhale, reach the legs. Good. Inhale here and exhale. Fold the feet together to Baddha Konasana. Inhale down into the groins, Baddha Konasana. And then exhale, lean back, knees together, and inhale there. Then exhale, reach through the legs. Go ahead. Inhale. Then exhale, cross the legs and step back onto all fours. Yep, into our tabletop. Then some real simple cat and cow poses. As you inhale, move the groin, your back tilts, the pelvis forward, arc the spine, and look forward. Then as you exhale, curl the tailbone under, round the back, tuck the chin. Good. Again, inhale, flare the tailbone, lift the chest, look forward. Exhale, curl the tail, round the back, arch up between the shoulder blades. Good job. Once again, inhale, chest, heart, lungs forward. Then exhale, curl the tailbone under, round the back. Then inhale and come to neutral. Exhale, sit back on the heels. Inhale, stretch the arms up and overhead. Exhale, take the right elbow on top of the left elbow. Nice. And slowly inhale. Lift the elbows up a little higher to a shoulder sequence. Exhale, draw the elbows down and let your back body round forward. Stay there. Breathe into the back of the heart and the lungs. And then inhale, roll slowly all the way. And then exhale, separate the elbows away from each other. Then inhale, stretch the arms toward the ceiling, almost like a sun salutation. Then exhale, left elbow on top of right elbow. Inhale, lift the elbows, press the forearms up and away. Yeah. Then exhale, round the back, tuck the chin. Good. Let that back body roll and take a deep breath into the back, into the heart, into the lungs. And then nice and slowly roll all the way up. Go ahead and inhale. Press the elbows up and away. And then exhale. Release the arms and fold the palms together, thumbs to the breastbone. Let the eyes fall closed for a few breaths and just feel into your whole body. Scan your awareness from the crown slowly through the body, through the neck, through the shoulders, through the arms, through the ribs. Scan your awareness into the lower back, the belly, the hips, the groin, and then scan your awareness from the thigh through the knees, into the shins, the top of the feet. And then for a moment, allow your awareness to encompass the whole body. And just know this is a good thing. You're on your mat and you're tuning your awareness into your experience. Go ahead, take a few more breaths before we get moving a bit more. Now release the arms, come onto all fours again, and then draw back into downward facing dog. And in this down dog, we're going to bicycle out the legs. And as you bicycle out the legs, have this sort of complete elongation through the arms yet, but you're not overly tense, right? There's a sort of relaxed quality of a long gaze and the subtle relaxed quality of elongation through the arms as you slowly but surely bicycle the legs. Good. And then two straight legs. An in-breath draws the thighs back. Take a few more cycles of breath here. Inhale. And exhale, step the right foot forward between the hands and bring the left knee to the mat. And then step the right foot towards the right edge of the mat. Turn that right foot at about 45 degrees and then both hands inside that front. And then for a couple of breaths, let your body sway a little bit from side to side. As you let the body and the hips sway a little bit side to side, it's this deep process of unraveling and unwinding, and then continuing to take the upper body into the hands. Turn them out about 45 degrees. And then pause here for a moment. Root down through that right foot. Press the right thigh bone back. Good job. And then bring the left forearm to the floor and walk the right fingers away from you. And you're going to get a nice long side stretch from those right fingers through the right outer armpit to the ribs. And here, go take a slow, patient, and breathe into the whole right side of the body. And then as you exhale, walk the hands all the way back and step back into downward facing dog. This time in down dog, try to keep the legs straight, but let the hips sway side to side. And as you're letting the hips sway side to side, you'll pivot a little bit on the ball, the feet, so the heels are sway a little bit side to side, and come back into the center. Take a nice deep in-breath. Then exhale, left foot forward between the hands, right knee to the mat. Step the left foot to the mat, to the left. Turn that foot out about 45 degrees, and then both hands to the floor or to the blocks inside the front foot. Let yourself sway as often as you remember, and I will do my best to continue to remember and to remind you. But as often as you remember, allow yourself to exhale through the mouth. And in this sequence, as you exhale through the mouth, it's just this deep letting go, this deep letting go. Turn your upper body and hand out to the right, about 45 degrees. Bring the right forearm down, and then stretch out through that left hand. Dig down through those fingertips and lean the left hip and then the left thigh bone to the left. So press that left hip and thigh bone away, stretching the left side body. Take a nice deep breath into it. And as you exhale, walk those hands back. Good. Then with those hands back, taking an in-breath, exhale, step back into downward facing dog. Then from down dog, rock forward to plank pose. Bring the knees to the floor, keeping the knees on the floor. Lower the hips into up dog. And even your up dog, it's sort of relaxed, it's easy. It's kind of like a formless version of down dog. Let the hips sway a little bit side to side, so let that back body and spine feel loose. And you're not trying to feel a particular way, you're just unraveling, you're just unwinding, and you're allowing movement to help that. Sometimes stillness helps, and sometimes movement helps. Now press back into extended child's pose. Keep the arms a little bit active so you feel it along the arms, the shoulders, and the spine. And then inhale, rock forward to all fours. And then exhale, drop the tailbone down. Inhale, press through the hands a bit more upward facing dog. And then exhale, press back into child's pose. Keep the arms active. Let the pelvis feel heavy. Relax the neck. Let the eyes close a moment. And then inhale, rock forward to plank. Exhale, drop the tailbone. Chest comes forward, but not effortlessly, not effort fold. So inhale, lift the chest, and then exhale, draw back into down dog. Nice, steady. Breathe. And then as you exhale, step the right foot forward between the hands. Bring the left knee down, top of the back foot to the floor. Shift the hips back. Straighten that front heel, front leg, and then shift that right heel a little bit forward. So the right leg is straight, hands are down, and the left thigh bone's vertical. So the left hip is right over that left knee. Good. Take a moment or so. You're gently pressing down through the right heel and drawing forward through the chest. Even though the right hamstring is the most pronounced demand and sensation, feel your whole body. Your awareness has that panoramic quality, that awareness to it, an all-inclusive quality. You're not trying to shut anything out or focus in on anything. Good job. Take another in breath, and then as you exhale, bend the right knee, foot down, step back into downward facing dog. Inhale, press the thighs back, and then exhale, left foot forward between the hands, right knee down. Shift the hips back a little bit, and then straighten that left leg by partially sliding that left heel. Yep, lift the ball, the foot up, and then you're going to be on your fingertips. So you're going to be on your palms or hands are going to be on our blocks, depending on your flexibility. And with a couple of breaths, instead of trying to get the biggest stretch you've ever gotten from your hamstring, feel like the mind is very patient and the mind is just giving the hamstring time to let go. So rather than the mind saying, oh, I want this, so I want that from my hamstring, let the mind just step back and say, hamstrings, I'm going to give you some time to lengthen and become more elastic and free. And just take some deep breaths into that left groin. And then as you exhale, slide that left foot back and draw back into downward facing dog. Go ahead from dog pose. Inhale, rock forward to plank. Exhale, knees to the floor. Knees are down, upward facing dog. Sway a little bit side to side. Temples relaxed, face relaxed, jaw relaxed. Another in breath. Then exhale, press back into extended child's pose. Inhale, rock forward to all four. Exhale, drop the tail to be a little easy supported up dog. Inhale, press the hands, lift the chest just a little bit more. Exhale, back into extended child's pose. And then one more time, inhale, rock forward to plank, knees down, plank. Exhale, drop the tailbone. Inhale, press through the arms. And then exhale all the way back into down dog. Good. And then from down dog, step the right leg out to the right. So this isn't the most common pose, but the right leg is going to go to that right and stay straight if possible. Right leg perpendicular to the mat, and then lower down on that right hip. Yep, that is lower down on the right hip, and then relax the back leg, top of the knee on the floor, top of the back foot on the floor, and then separate the hands pretty wide apart like this. So I've taken my hands wider than the mat, and I'm going to bring just my left forearm to the floor, and I'm going to keep that right hand pretty active. Yep. Back leg relaxes. Yeah. Back legs relax up front. A front leg is a little bit more active, and there's a deep stretch on the outside of the hip. The leg pressed out right, hand to the floor. Gently lift and rotate the chest to the right, getting into that side body. Take a couple breaths into the side body, into your outer leg, into your outer hip. And then all the way back to center with the hand. And then bend that right knee, come back onto all fours and draw back into downward facing dog. Good job. Inhale, pressing the thighs back, but not too much. And then exhale, left leg up and out to the side. Yep, it's like a fallen revolved triangle pose. Bring the right knee to the floor, top of the right, foot to the floor. Look at the left leg and do the best you can to take that left leg as close to perpendicular to the long edge of the mat as you can. Give your hands a big wide berth. And then those of you that can, right forearm down, left elbow is going to bend a little bit and press the floor to turn. Good. Moving just enough to really stress, capture our attention and tune in, but not too much that we have this overexpanded nature, this overstimulation. It's a very fine line. Good. Take another inhalation, and then as you exhale and sort of walk out, right hand back, step the left hand and bend the left knee and travel back into downward facing dog. And we'll stay here for a few moments. Noticing our breath, noticing where our attention is our mind wandering, are we focused on the entire body? And we'll do one more lunge from here. Take an in breath, hips back, right leg forward into pigeon pose. And then from pigeon pose, those of you that have a block or something like a block, I want you to come down and rest your forehead on it. And with the forehead rested, the forehead let go. It was heavy. It had this heaviness. Now we're just letting it go. So the skin of the forehead is being as gently tugged away from the direction of the crown of the head towards the direction of the nose. And as you stay here for a couple cycles of breath, tuning into that quality of forehead, skin relaxing, skull bones, heavy eyes, soft and passive, allow the next couple cycles of breath to release through the mouth and even let the back leg be a little bit softer, a little less effort than normal, real soft, non-effort. Take one more inhalation. And then as you exhale, walk the hands back, step back into downward facing dog. A couple cycles of breath, thighs press back. Take an inhale. And then your exhale, left leg is going to come forward to pigeon pose. Lower down in your forearms. Yep. Not a lot of effort. You can rest your forehead. As you rest the forehead, let the eyes close, let the mouth slightly open. When we do vinyasa-based work with the mouth closed, it helps us regulate our breath and therefore regulate the feeling of pressure and tone that's deep in our body. But now we're just kind of letting that all go, taking all that pressure, all that tone go. So we're allowing the mouth to open. Yeah. It's going to allow the body to feel more smooth and more relaxed and more at ease. So take a couple cycles of breath here. I'll stay quiet. So take another in breath down into the groin and the hips. And then as you exhale, walk the hands back and step back into downward facing dog. We're going to take a few cycles of breath while we're here too. And I will stay quiet. Okay, now just exhale and walk forward to a standing forward fold. Bend the knees, and as you bend the knees, hold the elbows and ever so slightly allow your upper body to sway from side to side. Arm bones hang, the neck hangs, the skull hangs, the weight of the upper body hanging. It helps the spine, especially the lower spine, and the bottom of the ribs release away from the hip sockets. Good. Eyes closed and soft. And from there, take your hands to your hips. Inhale and roll all the way up to standing. And then several breaths with the palms together. Let the exhales slowly release through the breath, through the mouth. Allow the temples, the bridge of the nose to soften, the lips to soften. Feel the feet, feel the feet. Feel the floor beneath you. We're just going to do some really simple, mellow half salutations. But for now, just feel that breath. Inhale, float the arms up, fingers really soft. And then exhale, bend the knees, hinge forward, and fold. Relax. And then hands to shins. Inhale, lengthen forward, but nice and slow. And bend the knees, relax the neck, let it hang. Then inhale, sweep all the way, our fingertips, light fingers, light, yep. Exhale, release the arms again. Inhale, stretch the arms up overhead. Exhale, bend the knees, hinge forward, and fold the hands to the shin. Inhale, lengthen through your back. Exhale, bend the knees and fold forward. Inhale, stretch all the way, really light and long through the fingers. Exhale, release the arms. One more. Inhale, real light through the arms. Exhale, bend the knees and fold forward. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, bend the knees and fold. Exhale through your mouth. Inhale, stretch all the way up. There you go. Exhale, hands to heart center. So scan through from the crown all the way to the heels. Feel the heels and feel like those heels are deep, deep down into the flooring. Like the heels are the body's anchor, and you've gone all the way into the baseboards. Good. Then inhale, float the arms. Exhale, bend the knees and fold forward. Inhale, look up. Exhale, fingers down, right knee back, right foot to the floor. Inhale. And then exhale, step back into downward facing dog. Good. Relax the neck, let it hang. Taking an inhalation. And then with that exhale, step the right foot forward, left knee to the floor. Keep the fingers down. Inhale here. Exhale, step forward, hands to shins. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend the knees slightly and fold. Inhale, stretch all the way up, reach through the arms. Exhale, release the arms. Inhale, float the arms overhead. Exhale, bend your knees, fold forward. Let the neck, hands, the shins go. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, left foot back, left knee down, fingers stay down. Inhale here. Exhale, step back into downward facing dog. Let the eyes fall closed, let the head hang. Take a few deep breaths, gently drawing back. Exhale, left foot forward, right knee to the mat. Fingers in, yep, top of the foot, stay down. Inhale here, biding your time. Then exhale, step forward, hands to shin. Inhale, grow long, but don't expend too much energy. Exhale, bend the knees, fold forward. Inhale, stretch all the way up, float the arms. Exhale, release the arms. Inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, bend the knees, fold forward, hands to shins. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, right foot back, right knee down, fingertips, stay on them. Take a breath. Exhale, step back into downward facing dog. And then from down dog, step the right foot forward between the hands, turn and ground the outer edge of the back foot. And then from there, take the right hand to a block or the outside of the foot, yep, or the right fingertips to the floor, left hand to the left hip. Take a few gentle breaths, reaching through that back leg. Good. Just a simple version of side angle pose for a moment. You're not even reaching through the top hand. You just want to take that top hand to the hip, get into the legs, feel the feet, take a breath, and then take that right hand inside the right shoulder, the right hand inside the right foot, right shoulder inside the right knee, and then drop that right shoulder inside the right knee a little bit lower. Take that right hand around, hold the outside of the right ankle with the hand, yep, and then the left hand is going to hold on to that right ankle, lift the hips a little bit, and then drop the head, tuck the chin slightly, relax. Yep, tuck that shoulder in a little bit more. Another in breath. And then as you exhale, untangle your arms, step back into downward facing dog. Before we do the second side, bring your knees to the floor and sit back into child's pose. And then in child's pose, allow your body to be really gentle. Sway from side to side. There's a real gentle rolling in those shins and with those thighs from side to side. Let yourself just come to the center of this pose and just take a moment of total stillness. And then as you inhale, gently inflate the back ribs. And then as you exhale, release the air through the mouth. One more time. Inhale into the side ribs. Exhale, release through the air through the mouth. Lift the chest. Reach the arms forward and drop back into downward facing dog again. So these little pauses here so that we don't get too much momentum. Actually, we're just trying to stay grounded and calm. Feel the floor underneath you. Good. Take an in breath. And then on the exhale, the left foot comes forward between the hands. Turn and ground that right foot. And then take the left hand to the outside of the left foot. Hands to the floor or hands to a block, right hand to the right hip, and then gently roll that right hip open to the right. It's a good, grounded, earthy standing pose, especially with that top hand on the top here. A little bit less stimulating, and then drop that left shoulder inside that left knee. Reach the left hand around to hold the outside of the ankle, and then take that right hand, hold the left shin, and a couple of breaths. Getting down into the right. Let the front side drop as the right thigh slightly pulls in. Chin tucked, face soft. Very good. Another inhalation. And then as you exhale, slowly release that and step back into downward facing dog. And then from down dog, take the right foot forward between the hands. Turn the feet parallel, and then a wide-legged standing forward bend with the hands down. Let the eyes close. Let the exhale release through the mouth. Again, eyes are closed, exhaling through the mouth. And with the eyes closed, feel like the eyes are deeply recessed in our ears, and tongue is receptive and the brow is passive. And then lift the chest halfway, lengthen forward. And then walk both hands to the right foot or as close as you can. And holding onto that right foot, bend that left elbow to or towards the floor. Turn the belly, ribs, and chest to the right. So a little forward bend towards the right leg. Good. Stay there for a moment. Another inhalation. And then as you exhale, come back to center. And then take both hands to that second side. Good. Both hands are going to hold that left foot or as close to that as you can approximately get. And then bend the right elbow to or towards the floor. Let the neck relax. Good. Feet are earthy. They're grounded down. You feel the texture of the mat underneath them. Your groin and hips are lifted, but you're not mainly trying to stretch. You're going inside listening. You have that panoramic awareness of the whole body. Take another inhalation. And then as you exhale, come all the way back to center. Turn the right foot out about 45 degrees and bend into the right knee. Lower the hips. Right, even. Don't drop the chest down and keep the chest up a little bit. Lower those hips. Then you get deep into those inner thigh and groin. Yep. Stay here for a moment. And then from there, come all the way back to center. Feet parallel. Turn the left foot out. Turn that right foot out. Yeah, sorry, right. And then lower the hips. Move the groin back. So a nice deep stretch from the inseam of our thighs for most people. Good. Take a nice full breath here, and then shifting back to center, parallel your feet, shift the feet so that the feet are slightly wider than hip width apart. Good. Turn the knees out, turn the feet out, keep the heels down, and lower down into a squat for a moment with the palms together in prayer. Use the forearms to press the shins and the knees back. Let the groin creases draw up. Let the tailbone relax forward. Go ahead. Eyes can stay soft, gazing towards the fingertips. Allow another exhalation or two to release through the mouth as you become aware of the sensation of the whole body, right? So you're aware of the body as one composition instead of a bunch of different individual parts. And one more breath. And then hands out from underneath. You take the hands behind you, bring the soles of the feet together. Yeah. Do a bound angle pose. And stay here for a moment. And then reach the legs wide. Take the left hand to the base of the right leg or the right big toe, the right hand to the floor behind you and next to you. Inhale, lengthen up through the spine, and exhale, take a little forward bend towards that right leg. And then those of you that can, organize it so that there's a block just inside, right? A block just inside that right shin, and whatever height is relevant to you, go ahead and organize that and rest the forehead on it. The forehead rests heavily, if it rests at all. It rests heavily. If you're not able to rest the forehead, that's fine. Don't lose sleep over it. Just stay along. Lengthen forward through the crown slightly. Tuck the chin so there's a really mellow arc to the back body. Stay here for a few breaths. And then inhale slowly. Come all the way up. And the same thing. Yeah. Sit up in a other side. And if you got a block, take it to the inseam of the left shin. Right hand holds the base of the left big toe. Inhale, stretch up, and then exhale, hinge forward and rest the forehead. Couple of breaths as you exhale. Don't try to exhale and start as you exhale. Just allow the air to release. Let the air release through the mouth. You're not trying to exhale. You're allowing the air to go. And there's a difference. Come all the way back up. Take the hands to the shin bones. Let the eyes fall closed. Relax the legs. And with your awareness, perceive the whole body. Just feel the overall shape of the body and tune your attention to just the experience of having a body right now. Just feel your body. It's a pretty amazing phenomenon. And then from there, take the right forearm to the floor, take the right index and middle finger, hook it onto the arch of the right foot, turn the chest, and then reach that top arm over to catch the foot. Lean a little bit back. Those of you that are more limited with your movement, take the right hands to the right shin, reach the left arm up, take the left hand, hold the right side of the ear, and then turn and let the weight of the head release into the hand. Those of you that are all the way down, take the right hand, that's your bottom hand, to your left thigh. With your left hip and sitting bone, lift a little bit away from the ground. Lean to your right, bend the left elbow towards the ceiling for a breath or two. Good. And then inhale, come all the way up. Take the hands to the shin and allow the eyes to fall closed for a breath. Very soft exhale releases through your mouth, and your awareness takes the experience of the whole body. And then with the eyes open, but just barely, hinge to your left. Take the left hand, hook it, hold into the arch of that left foot. Right hand reaches over to catch that foot. Lean back a bit. Those of you with less range of motion, that's fine, okay? Take the left hand to the right, left hand to the left shin. Take the right hand, hold the side of the hands, the little side straps, little side bow, those of you that do have more freedom of movement. Take the left hand to the top of the right thigh and then lean back top. Elbow bends, presses up towards the ceiling, chest turns. Take a calm breath. And then inhale, come all the way up. Take the hands to the shins, let the eyes fall closed. Then allow the eyes to very slowly open. Bend the knees. Take the right leg on top of the left leg, half lotus. And then tuck that left heel underneath, just in front of that right sitting bone. And then inhale, stretch the arms up overhead. Exhale, slowly bring those hands down through the center line. Hinge forward and reach the arms forward. A couple of breaths here. And as you exhale, let the exhale release through the mouth. Feel this contact between your body and the floor and allow yourself to let go into this experience. I'll stay quiet for a little while. Then nice and slowly come up to sit, left hand to right knee, right fingertips to the floor behind you to help rotation, or reach that right hand all the way around to catch the foot. And then, in fact, take the left hand and catch the bottom foot. So if possible, each hand is holding a foot, but if it's not possible, don't strain. But if you're able to hold each foot with the hands, just literally become aware of that sensation. Become aware of that contact. Don't try and twist more. Don't try and go too deep. Don't try to grasp on for more. Just feel what's happening and settle into it. And slowly release to center and sit just for a moment with the right leg on top in this half lotus, palms on the knees, eyes closed with your awareness. Gently scan from the crown all the way down through the body into the pelvis, the legs, and the feet, and simply aware of the whole body as one composition, many parts forming one complete total self. Let the eyes open, and then same pose, second side. Take the left leg on top in half lotus. Inhale, stretch the arms up, and then exhale. Release the arm and hinge forward. Don't try to do too much. Just use this practice to engage your awareness, awaken your body, relax your body. Yep. Drop the tension nice and slowly. Yep. Come all the way up. Take your right hand to your left knee, left fingertips to the floor behind you. I should have said this earlier, but if you're feeling uncomfortable and cross-legged, just sit into an easy seat. And yeah, it doesn't have to be the half lotus. You can just take an easy seat. And then if you can reach that left hand all the way around to catch the foot, if possible, with the right hand, catch the foot. And then just feel the contact between the feet and the hands relax. The energy and the brain becomes aware of the contact of the hands and the feet. The mind is spacious and big and feels the whole body at the same time. Content here. You're not striving for more. Take a few cycles of breath here. And then slowly release, palms face down. Yeah. Sit for a moment quietly. Your exhales flow through the mouth. Your awareness scans from the crown of your head down through your body into your pelvis, your legs, and your feet. Just stay here for a few moments, tuning into your body. Now fold your hands together, thumbs to the heart, tuck the chin, eyes closed, even breathing here. An exhale or two through the mouth, appreciative of having access, of having this yoga practice, having access to this yoga practice. This building to help us ground and stabilize and tune in and listen, ultimately let go. And then lift the head, release the arms, and lay on your back gently. And hug both knees into your chest. Cross one ankle over the other ankle. And then wrap the arms around the outside of the legs. And with the hands, hold the top of the feet. And then relax the ankles, relax the legs, relax the shoulders, let the face relax. Allow the mouth to open, the tongue to soften, the facial organs and the facial muscles to become more and more receptive and feel like the brain is empty. You feel literally like the brain is gone. There's no sense of thought, there's no sense of plan, just an effortless awareness of the whole body at once. So go ahead and release the arms, release the legs. A couple of minutes of a silent Savasana. Give your body permission, give your mind permission to relax, receive, and let go. For those of you that have more time to continue letting go, more time to commit to practicing relaxation, just stay in the pose. And now that we have hit the 1 hour mark, I'll ask for you to begin by wiggling your toes, wiggling your fingers, bringing life back into them. When you're ready, reach overhead, stretching from the tips of your fingers straight through to the tips of your toes. Take a calm breath, and then moving nice and slow, draw one knee at a time into your chest. Hug the knees in, rock a little bit, and then roll over onto your right side into the fetal position. Use your left hand to push you up, to sit you all the way up into an easy seat, joining me here on the mat. You can fold your hands together, thumbs to the heart. And I just want to take a moment, as usual, to thank you. An evening class is one of my favorite classes to teach, and I hope you guys really enjoyed this one. Um, just full disclosure, I am using this audio recording to for my advanced yoga teacher training program, the 300 hours. So it is audio only. There is no video, no visuals. Um, so thank you guys. This is going to help me hopefully help you. And until we meet next time, namaste.